Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on to the live stream. My name's Rob Salso, again here with some severe weather to go over today. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather across Dixie Alley. This includes Birmingham, Montgomery, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, and Hanover, Alabama. For our tornado potential today, we do have a 10% SIG 1 risk across Dixie Alley as well. Surrounding that, this is going to be in areas such as Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Baton Rouge. The highest is going to be in this confined area in the yellow, in the areas we just talked about for that enhanced risk. As for our wind risk today, we have a wide swath all the way from East Texas into Georgia, places like Atlanta, Jackson, Mississippi, Columbus. And then for hail risk, again today for portions of Jackson, the Woodlands, Texas, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Conroe, Texas, and Alexandria is the highest hail for today. We've already had several watches out this afternoon. Let's kind of go over those really fast so you guys have a little kind of a little preview on what's been going on lately today. We have 2 tornado watches at this time. Here's the first one that was issued. This one is going to be for central into southeast Louisiana, central and southern Mississippi, and far east Texas. This goes until 11 p.m. central. A few tornadoes likely and a couple intense tornadoes possible. Sky large hail, isolate very large hail up to 2.5 inches diameter possible, and sky gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible as well. And we have a new watch after that came out here for portions of Alabama till 11 p.m. So things are really starting to get going. Low-level jet will be increasing throughout the evening with a linear threat for today's severe weather outlook with some discrete cells that we already are seeing at this moment. Let's go ahead and switch to our radar and kind of look at what we have going on at the moment. Just give me 1 second, yes. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to make sure if this is fitting correctly. So if you have any questions for us, again, my name is Rob. I'm an admin for EWV. Don't hesitate to let us know. All right. Okay. So as you can see here, we have our radar. So we are definitely seeing storms really start to intensify. Let's kind of go over what we have so far. We do have a tornado warning on the board here that is going to be for northwestern Montgomery County in Alabama. This is going to be near the Danley Field, 9 miles west of Montgomery, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard here with this storm is a tornado or half-dollar size hail with radar indicated rotation at this time. If you are near those areas just south of Montgomery, near Ellsmead, Valley Whispers, Cross Creek, Carriage Hills, Bell Station, you really need to be keeping a very close eye here on that area. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Okay, that's better. So as you can see here, we definitely do have rotation with this storm. Very kind of tightening up here just near Wynwood. So if you're near Wynwood, or any of these southern cities and suburbs of Montgomery, you need to be in your shelter at this time. This is a radar indicated tornado warning, like we said, ongoing in the area. Again, both of these tornado watches expire here at 11 p.m. Central, 12 a.m. Eastern. We have a couple other severe thunderstorm warnings here, also in Mississippi, as you can see. This is going to be for Lincoln, northeastern Franklin, and south central Copiah counties until 5:45 p.m. 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to get up the YouTube feed so I can answer any questions. All right, awesome. So this is going to be for those areas till 5:45, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour winds, core size hail. This is radar indicated at this time. These storms are staying discrete in nature. I'm not seeing a whole lot of congealing with some of these storms, so we do have an increase of activity here, as you can see. We have another severe thunderstorm warning that's probably going to be expiring here soon. Oh no, that's a flood warning. I thought that was SVR. Is this a new warning? Yep, here's a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for Leake, northeastern Rankin, and northern Scott counties until 6 p.m. near the Farm Haven area. 6 mile per hour winds, quarter size hail. Look at all the lightning in these storms. These are really starting to absorb that instability. If we look at our models, you can kind of see that. We do have very much decent instability in Cape, and this is going to be moving in more into a more better environment. Some of these cells are going to be elevated, and that's kind of why things are kind of on the weaker side, kind of west of this. But these storms that are down here in Louisiana are going to be tapping into some really, really good instability. I mean, look at Covington, 2,500 kilograms. Livingston, 3,000 joules per kilogram. Baton Rouge, I mean, a lot of these areas do have very, very decent instability values. If we look at our vertical shear, we have plenty of vertical shear. Some areas we're seeing 28, 37. I mean, we have plenty of energy in this area with this northeasterly shear environment. That's going to be kind of parallel to the storm direction in the mid levels. So that's what you want to see when it comes to a linear type step, which we're definitely going to have later on tonight. Also, if we look at our 700 millibar, we could see that storms will be pretty much moving in the northeast direction to east direction here. So, and if you look, I mean, 50 miles per hour, and guess what? The storm is moving at 35 miles per hour. So it's pretty close. This is just a model, like I said, so it's a little bit off, but these storms are moving anywhere from 30 to 45 miles per hour across Louisiana and Mississippi. Um, as we can see here from our middle flow and things of that nature. Looking at our dew points in the surface, we have very, very ample instability. 70-degree dew points here across Mississippi and Alabama. So very, very favorable conditions for storm fuel in those areas. So just thought I'd show you guys that and kind of see what's going on aerodynamically and on the surface. So again, we have this severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado warning down here near Birmingham. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek on what Brad Arnold is looking at. So you can see he's getting some rain. He's in the rain shield right now. Well, not in the rain shield, but he's on the back side of this. Kind of on the west side of this. So he's not quite in there. He's kind of on the rear flank downdraft. But he's going to be trying to get into this little notch here. Very well looking notch. Very well developed. It's kind of fallen apart a little bit, but I think this is still going to be something that we need to really keep a close eye on. It's really trying to drop something here just to the south of Montgomery. Thankfully, in Montgomery, you're going to be okay. You're just going to get some hail and some pretty gusty winds and some heavy rainfall. But south of Montgomery, if you're near Valley Whispers, Woodland Hills, Bellwood Estates, you really need to be in your shelters at this time. Again, this is just a radar indicated tornado, but it is capable of producing a tornado near your vicinity. So just be careful and be advised and be aware too. That's something we want to stress is people need to keep their eyes to the sky and stay safe. So I'll be live alone tonight. We might have Steven hop in, which is one of our members here at EWV. I'll be live for another hour and a half. And then I'll probably get off here around 7 o'clock my time, around 7:30. I just want to do a little bit of coverage tonight because we have quite a bit going on, like I said. We also have a MESCO discussion here in Georgia and parts of Alabama, Tennessee, and North Carolina. We have a watch possible, 40%. Increasing coverage could support a few organized supercells or clusters this afternoon into the evening. Buoyancy is modest. The deep layer shear remains quite strong near the front. So we could see that from what we saw earlier. The deep layer shear is definitely something that we need to keep an eye on. Very strong shearing going to be ongoing here in the next couple hours. If we go forward, just a little bit here, that deep layer shear is going to be increasing with that low-level jet that's going to swoop over and help, a QLCS type event later on tonight with more mixing. So we are starting to see that start to set up here later on tonight with some decent shearing in the deeper levels. So that's definitely something we'll have to keep on. This is kind of like a little rare look at what we could see tonight. So could see some clusters like what they're saying later on tonight. So if you live near Cartersville, Marietta, Atlanta, Lawrenceville, Stone Mountain, Athens, could see some storms here later on this evening. So just wanted to kind of go over that with you guys for those who live in Atlanta, Georgia. So, but that is a model. Right now, we're looking at live radar data here in Alabama with this tornado warning still ongoing. Yeah, you could definitely see that. Look at the gate to gate. We're talking about almost 80-mile-per-hour outbound winds here. So very dangerous situation, even if it is not on the ground. So for the severe thunderstorm warning, this is also now this is saying it's nearly stationary. Ping pong ball size hail and 6-mile-per-hour winds. This is barely moving. This is kind of why it's moving in east southeast direction. You have better steering out here toward Mississippi than you do in Alabama right now. So that I think is one of the reasons why is we're not seeing a lot of steering is that these storms are not moving very fast in this area. If we look at this storm over here, again, this one's moving quite fast, but I don't know. For some reason these storms over here are not moving at all. 31 miles per hour. I'm kind of curious why this one. Let's see what the tornado warning says. That's kind of interesting. Wow, so it's kind of stalled out a little bit. Might be this storm ahead of it. That's interesting. Look back a little bit to see what they're looking at. Yeah, I'm not sure why it says near the stationary. Maybe it's stopped moving for just a second. But yeah, anyway, if you're near the area, you need to be in your shelter at this time. Pike Road, Perry's Mill, you'll be next year. They might extend this tornado warning. We'll see. Like I said, I'm seeing still a bit of rotation just to the west of Pike Road, kind of near the Woodlands area and Baratius. So if you live in those areas, just keep a close eye on it and don't let your guard down. Do not let your guard down. Very strong thunderstorm ongoing here just south of Montgomery in Alabama. Sorry, I was telling somebody about this storm here. Looking at otherwise, I mean, we have a few storms here in Louisiana. We have this one we were just talking about near Greensburg. This one just got severe thunderstorm warning for St. Helena, Elise Feliciana, Tangipahoa, Pike, and Amite counties and parishes in Louisiana and Mississippi till 6 o'clock. Near Darlington, moving 9 miles east of Clinton, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter size hail. So if you're near the Kentwood area, Easleyville, up here toward the Osika area, need to be keeping a very close eye. There's some more storms coming in from your south. They're kind of breaking the cap a little bit. The cap is definitely breaking. Things are starting to get their act together. And there it is. They just extended that tornado warning. I knew they were going to do that. Let's see what they're saying now. Now we have a tornado warning here for northwestern Bullock, southwestern Macon, and east central Montgomery counties in Alabama till 6 p.m. This is still capable of producing a tornado just near southeast of Montgomery, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Tornado and ping pong ball size hail. This is still radar indicated rotation. So we are seeing ping pong ball hail probably in this area here. I'll kind of show you guys where the hail could be. So this hail core up here, we're seeing very, very large hail along I-85 up there in Alabama. If we look at our VIL, I mean, we can see it here. There's your hail core, guys, and that is where that hail is coming down. So all the way from Perry's Mill all the way up into Montgomery East is where large ping pong balls are coming down from the hail shaft. I mean, those updrafts and those lapse rates have been very decent here. So let's kind of look at that for a minute. I know people like looking at inside of the storms and the models and all that. Do we have lapse rates on here? I don't think we do. Never mind. I don't have lapse rates on this right now, but I'm sure they are decent over here. Well, yeah, we could look at our models. Let's go ahead and take a look at our models, and we'll kind of go from there. So we'll go to HRRR 21Z, and let's look down southeast. I mean, yeah, there's quite a bit of decent mid-level lapse rates. 7.1, 7.2. Well, let's take a small little sounding just ahead of that tornado warning and see what they're looking at. So they're expecting some type of tornado potential to exist, even east. Decent Cape 1600. It's not very high, but your surface lapse rates are very low. That's what concerns me for hail growth. Is I think this is going to be more of a linear threat, especially the stuff in Louisiana, Mississippi. And you'll have a little bit of cold pooling too as these storms kind of train through the same area. So that's something I'm kind of concerned about. Really good hodograph. You have a very long hodograph, about 90 knot shear, very deep layer shear for sure. That's not a question. You can see that here, especially just above the 1,000 feet mark or millibar mark. So Cape is pretty decent. It's not too high, and honestly, you just have so much effective shear, 70 knot shear across the area. I mean, very very decent dynamics. Let's go ahead about an hour or 2 hours. So your lapse rates, they kind of move off to the east. You have a new little pocket over here. Let's kind of take a little sounding just near Western Meridian. Decent, decent. Have a little bit of a drier layer here in the middle atmosphere. Could see some hail growth with, you know, but I'm just, your surface level lapse rates are just not very well. You guys can see that. Let me kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. If you take a look at your surface, there's not, look at that, 5.5, 5.4. It does really get great until you get over here in Alabama, southeast Alabama in a little bit. That's when your lapse rates look a little bit better. But, I mean, very conditional for strong tornadoes. I do think we'll see tornadoes, but for strong, long-lived tornadoes, I think today is going to be more of a conditional threat for that, with the more discrete cells becoming those long-track tornadoes. Let's take a look at our updraft helicity, and we do have a couple areas of interest. So they have noted this area here in the Montgomery area, and that's the storm we've been kind of tracking here the last 20 minutes or so. They are, I mean, this is a pretty good set. Look how close those lines are. Your dew line, your temp line, that is exactly what you want. Your cape is very shallow. You don't have a lot of cape in this, which is kind of going to be caused by that cold pooling as we saw. But there's also a little cluster or a little line here just west of Meridian. And we can kind of take a look also at our reflectivity here for just a second. Again, very, very messy, clustery type of setup. You just have multiple rounds of severe weather and training storms most of the evening. So, torr parameters look pretty good here in Mississippi. Let's go over to like, I don't know, 9 p.m. Central. Okay. 5.2 there in Southeast Mississippi. Okay, so this sounding is PDS torr. I mean, I doubt that will be the case, but you never know. With these things, you never really know what could happen. I do think a nocturnal tornado threat does exist, especially in southern Alabama, parts of Georgia, and southeast Mississippi, but that is what I'm seeing right now. So we will just have to see what happens here. Again, photographs do look very good, very long, elongated photographs, but besides the lapse rates and some of the shear, or sorry, besides the shear and the temperature, dew points, it doesn't really look that great, honestly. So this step is going to really try its best to get something going, of course. So just thought I showed you guys that just so you could see kind of what's going on in the atmosphere at the moment. We still have this tornado warning, like I said here. If you live in Pike Road, you need to be in your shelter at this time. This is starting to tighten up a little bit just west of Perry's Mill. Could see maybe even a new area rotation just east of Pike Road. with the new Mezzo Passover, possibly. So keep a close eye on that area. Do we have any new SVRs? Let's see. I don't think we do. We have this one in Mississippi. I'll read it out just in case I haven't. Okay, yeah, this one just came out. It's update remains in effect SVR for Northern Scott and Leake counties, moving east at 35, 70-mile-per-hour winds and half star size hills. Wow, yeah, you can see that. Look at the wind coming off of here. Wow, yeah. So if you're near Tuscola, Walnut Grove, Good Hope, Pigtown, be careful if you're driving. Those winds can damage branches, and they can cause some debris. Flying trash cans definitely not out of the question. So stay safe if you're in that area near Carthage, Mississippi. Definitely stay safe. There's your triple point just near Hamilton and Sulligent. So things are, like I said, starting to get together, but not quite yet. Besides that one tornado warning we have over here. Brett Arnold's still on it. Let's kind of check and see what he's looking at. And they were coming from that way, so yeah. Wow, look at all the rain. You even have a little bit of debris too. Maybe there was something that looks like a little bit of like a segment. Yeah, this could have caused a little bit of wind damage, no doubt. Maybe 50, 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So I could see why he might be seeing a little bit of tree limbs down, because could see a little bit of damage from this little swath here of wind. 100%. Look at the hail in this. Just wow. Definitely a big hailer event over there. 100%. So definitely keeping a close eye on that. Very clear inflow. I mean, if this does turn into a tornado, it's going to be very big just by looking at what this looks like right now. I mean, we definitely have something that could be trying to go here. I mean, just near Pike Road. That area needs to be in their shelter still. I will say that once this gets into Georgia, especially this northern area, we're going to see some flooding possibly for portions of Georgia and Mississippi and Alabama. We have multiple rounds. All this stuff over here, just northeast of Clinton and Jackson, this is all going to move east into an area that's already got storms. So I do think that cold pooling is an issue today. But I think because of the proximity to the Gulf, we're going to have no problem getting moisture back into the environment tonight. So that's what I would say, to be honest with you. And some of these storms are elevated. Like let's just take a look at some of the bases here. Let's look at this storm, for example, up here. This one just south of Starkville. I just want to look at the base of this storm. I mean, the base is at 7,600 feet. That's not very low. Our tops aren't that high either. So a lot of these storms just north of this, kind of complex are going to be surface based. Now, this storm over here by Montgomery, on the other hand, this one is definitely surface based. You can see the base is below 2,500. Your tops are increasing. So this is definitely something that's going to be to watch here in the next hour or so as we kind of progress through the evening here. Again, my name is Rob Salso. I am in I'm in for extreme weather videos here. Hope you guys are having a great night, staying safe out there wherever you are in the severe weather outlook today. Like I said, kind of rushed through it, and I apologize for that, but we do have an enhanced risk of severe weather across Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. We have this trailing kind of cold front state, quasi-stationary front kind of forming where the storms are forming off of, and the cap is starting to break in the area. So, seeing some more storms kind of, this storm over here is kind of looking interesting. Let's kind of look at the velocity. Oh, yeah. This one, they might put an SVR tornado possible on. This one is starting to look interesting. I would not be surprised if they put an SVR on that. The hail isn't there, but if that can grow upscale a little bit more, we could see a severe thunderstorm on this storm right here. This is definitely looking interesting. I want to take a look at the base. I mean, the base is it's gotten higher, just a little bit higher. So it's still trying to get into that warm sector, but these storms are in pretty favorable environment. I would definitely say definitely favorable environment. 76-degree dew points. I mean, that's very saturated air. Look at this, 81-degree dew point. 81-degree dew point in Columbia, Mississippi. I don't know if that's actually real, but if that is some warm, warm dew points, very saturated air. Oh, and there it is. I called it, ladies and gentlemen. New tornado warning on the board for north central of Wales Parish in Louisiana till 5:45 p.m. Severe thunderstorm was located and capable of producing a tornado near Bruyelette or near Effie, moving east at 45 miles per hour. This is a tornado radar indicator rotation at this time. Take cover. So again, if you are near, I don't see a lot of cities nearby. Why is that? South of Big Island, northeast of Vic, and west of Argo along the, what road is this? Doesn't show a road. But if you're east of North Point, you need to be in your shelter. Definitely need to be in your shelter at this time. Did we get an update somewhere? Is it this storm? This one still is radar indicated. Starting to see a little bit of a donut on reflective or on the velocity. I mean, it's definitely trying to get its ass good. This storm has been trying for quite a while, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely getting that look to it. So we do have now a tornado velocity signature marker on this storm. Max delta velocity is at 77 gate to gate. Base is at 1,000 feet. Top 70. I mean, the tops are not. This is kind of low topped, almost. The tops are not. Okay, 47,000. That must have been of just the tornado warning. Okay, so that does make sense. But look at the top change. It went from 24 all the way back up to 40,000 in the span of 3 scans. So this is definitely intensifying. Need to keep a very close eye on this storm. Again, if you live in Matthews, Mitchell, Hardaway, anywhere in these areas in Alabama, you need to be in your shelter at this time. Again, this is going to be for Bullock, Macon, and Montgomery counties in Alabama till 6 p.m. Central. Look at the wind swath. Wow. You have almost 100-mile-an-hour winds just on the north side of McDade in Alabama. So hopefully folks that are driving along that area are staying safe. Hopefully y'all are staying safe over there. So I won't have to walk away from my computer today because things are quite busy at the moment. Let's see what James Papheim's looking at here down in Louisiana, Mississippi border. So he's driving through the area. Rotation marker here just showing up. 60% confidence. Let's kind of take a look and see what that's all about. Yeah, maybe a little bit of rotation starting to pique my interest just west of Liverpool. Again, guys, these storms are starting to get their act together, so we will be live here for another hour, possibly hour and 10 minutes, something like that. So hopefully y'all are staying safe out there here. Let's see. I think there was a new SVR I missed. Yep, here it is over here in Mississippi. This is the extension of that other one. Alright, this is going to be for northern Newton and Neshoba counties, Mississippi till 6:15. Near Standing Pine, 9 miles southeast of Carthage, moving east at 35. 70-mile-per-hour winds and half dollar size hail. This is just going to be on the west side of Philadelphia and Mississippi, not Pennsylvania. Decent little hail core just north of Madden and Dowdville. So if you live near these areas, stay safe. Again, very big storm. Look how big that base is. This is a very strong storm. Maybe a little bit of broad rotation just south of Standing Pine, but we'll keep a very close eye. These storms are definitely starting to intensify in coverage and growing upscale. Definitely, definitely, definitely. We have this storm over here we've been looking at for a while, just east of Montgomery. Montgomery, if you live there, you can, feel free to come out on the north side, but you do have more storms to your west, so just keep a close eye if you live in Montgomery. I mean, this rotation is very broad, guys. Most of it's going to be wind on the north side of Cecil and Chesson. I'm not seeing a very defined, like, couplet trying to rapidly develop, but honestly, sometimes in between scans, you'll see it. But very, very strong wind swath in this area just north of Chesson. So if you're in this area where the hail core is and the wind swath is, you need to be very, very careful if you're in that area. Even if you're driving along the, I think Brad Dare's over here driving along the I-85. What is he doing over there? Oh yeah, he's getting a lot of rain. He's gonna go into this hail core. Depending on, yeah. So he's trying to get out of there. It's very dangerous situation with all the flooding. Also, we've had flooding discussion. Let me see if I can find that one. Yeah, here it is. So this was put out a little bit ago, kind of early on this afternoon. This is going to be for most of eastern Texas to Louisiana, Mississippi, and western Alabama. Flash flooding is possible. Could see 2 to 4 inches of heavier cells that develop with widely scattered flooding in the area. So, I mean, a lot of these areas have gotten very good rainfall that they needed, but when it comes to flooding, we definitely do not need flooding. Flooding is definitely not something we need to, at all. So, again, we still have this tornado warning that I called out. Could see kind of almost 2 areas of rotation, or just a mezzo pass off. Again, like one right here and then one down here, and then maybe like almost something there, but I don't think that's gonna be it. I think it's just those 2 areas. So keep an eye on that storm here. That's gonna head toward Argo and Book, Louisiana. So if you know anybody who lives there, or you live there, hey, keep an eye on that one. That will be heading pretty close to your area here. If you live near Argo, again, Book and Argo in Louisiana along the 124. So stay safe if y'all are over there. They also have this severe thunderstorm warning that they put out for Concordia, Catahoula, and southwestern Adams counties in Mississippi, in Louisiana. This is going to be producing 6-mile-per-hour winds, course I assume moving east at 40 miles per hour at this time. Oh, you got to update somewhere. And they expanded that. Hold on. Let's read this out. Now we have a new tornado warning for Central Concordia Parish, Southwestern Chattahoola Parish, and Southwestern Adams County in Mississippi till 6:30 p.m. This capable of producing a tornado near Bruyette, or 10 miles northeast of Effie, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Tornado and quarter-size hail. So they have walked the tornado warning here for that rotation here just to the south of Larto. So again, Larto, Argo, Book, New Era, Monterey, and Deer Park. You need to be getting into your shelters here very, very soon. This is looking very interesting here. I'm definitely seeing a little bit of a rotation on the NROT that is trying to develop here. We do have a TVS marker as well. 74 max delta velocity at 9,000 feet, so it's showing mid to upper level rotation. Max shear is 23 at 9,000 feet, so it is mid-level rotation at this point, but that's just because of the proximity, and it's also behind the radar. So once this gets kind of more east, we'll have a better shot on that storm. So we will keep an eye on that. We will keep an eye on that, y'all. Hopefully, everybody's staying safe today. Maybe seeing a little bit of rotation just east of Walnut Grove, Mississippi. Again, a lot of these storms are showing rotation, but don't be alarmed. Unless there's a tornado warning, you have to stay vigilant. If you're a severe thunderstorm warning, you need to stay vigilant, guys, because even if you're not in a tornado warning and only an SVR, a tornado could be possible given the following situations of a tornado possible tag. Excuse me. All right. We have a new tornado warning here. Let me go ahead and get this out. Oh no, this is just an update. Tornado golf ball size hail. This is still radar indicator rotation. Look at the hail core now, guys. Cross Keys on the 2 intersection of row 2 and 9, you are getting pelted by some golf ball size hail. That is just wow. So if you're in those areas, stay safe. This is going to be heading toward the Hardaway area. As for our rotation, I mean, it's starting to get a little bit better defined just south of Chesson, near Mitchell. But we are monitoring this still and not seeing a well-defined hook, or not hook, a well-defined couplet just yet. But this is a very dangerous storm. Fully low is what we call it for the wind, hail, possible tornado, and for the flooding. Because of how big this is a very classic HP supercell currently ongoing here in Alabama. We have a new storm somewhere. Let me see where that was. All right, this is in Louisiana. Let's go and read this off. New severe thunderstorm warning now for Tangipahoa, Washington parishes, and Walthall in southeastern Pike counties, Mississippi, till 6:30 p.m. This is near Osika, 15 miles south of Macomb, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard is going to be 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail at this time. So, looks like Pappenheim is right in the middle of that. Let's kind of look at him for a minute. And it's not working, probably because he's getting inundated by rain and hail right now. So, look at all the lightning markers, guys. Our lightning density is very high here in this area, and that has to be attributed to the humidity as well as just the storm activity itself and the instability we have currently. A little bit of a inflow notch here just on the west side of Gladhurst, monitoring that area here for possibly some broad rotation. But other than that, this is a very strong, severe storm heading toward the Tylertown area here into Mississippi. We also do have some storms coming in through Texas and western Louisiana at this time, so we don't want to forget about those. Oh, we got another update on this storm over here. This remains in effect till 6:30 p.m. Catahoula and Concordia parishes in southwestern Adams. This is now going to be near Larto or near Bourdalogneville, moving east at 40. Golf ball size hail now in this tornado warning. So again, if you live south of New Era, Argo, Book, you need to be in your shelter at this time. Rotation definitely starting to tighten up here just on the southwest side of Argo. Acme and Delhost also need to keep a very close eye on this rotation. Want to make sure everybody... Oh, yeah, look at this, guys. Definitely could see a couplet trying to get together here. Depending on how much this tightens up, could issue a confirmed tornado on this. This is going to be, again, heading here in the east-northeast direction. So, Argo, Book, New Era, Acme, Delhost. You need to be in your shelters at this time. Tornadoes can move any direction. The each scan will dictate this, and this never moves in a straight line. That's something that's very important to note with tornado warnings, is they never move in a straight line. They take turns, they take pivots. We've seen that plenty of times here with the severe weather we've had here this year and in past years too. So that is something to definitely keep an eye on here as you're chasing or living in these areas. So definitely keeping an eye on that. We are getting a lot of reports here of some very gusty and strong winds. National Weather Service Mobile just put out an update. While storms have struggled to intensify locally, we are seeing a strengthening with gradual intent to our west. These could become severe as they move into southeast Mississippi, southwest Alabama. A tornado watch continues for those areas. So things could be intensifying on a slower pace, which is good. However, the biggest threat's going to be flooding for the most part. These storms are not moving very fast, 30 to 40 miles per hour, so not going to be the fastest moving storms here in the area. All right, I'll be right back in just 1 second, guys. I'll keep you guys on this screen here, kind of looking at the storm, and I'll be back in a minute. Gonna take a quick break. All right, guys, I'm back. So it looks like they took off that tornado warning again. I do agree with that. I think a lot of this rotation is just going to be the outbound winds from the radar of the wind um, bag that's going on here with this supercell. Let's go back to our other tornado warning here in eastern Louisiana. Still seeing, inflow notch just on the west side of Book. So Book area needs to keep a close eye on this. Uh, Again, Argo, Book need to be in your shelters at this time still. Do not get out of your shelters. Could definitely see a tornado. Oh, we have a new tornado warning here in Mississippi and Louisiana border. Tornado warning now for north central Tangipahoa, northern Washington Parish, Walthall, and southeastern Pike counties in Mississippi and Louisiana until 6:45 p.m. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Mount Hermit, or 16 miles northwest of Franklinton, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard tornado Source is radar indicated rotation at this time. All right, 1 second, guys. I gotta listen to something really fast. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we have this tornado warning here. I could definitely see why they issue it. Definitely seeing a hook echo just near Gladhurst. If you're in Gladhurst, Progress, Smithburg, Simmonsville, Dykes Crossing, need to be in your shelter at this time. Very dangerous storm here moving through the area. Now moving into Mississippi. Pappenheim's right in this, guys. He needs to be careful. Oh yeah, look at that lightning.
Corey, I wouldn't be too ballsy to say plants. Got a plant, big boy. Oh my god, the lightning! Oh, the CGs.
There's so much lightning out there, man. There's so much lightning out there in these storms. It's crazy. Wow. Just wow. So they're getting a lightning show over there, like I said. And yeah. So if you just now joined us, my name is Rob Salso. I am a moderator, or sorry, an admin for EWV. Hope you all are having a good day. We are tracking the severe weather here in the Dixie Alley. We have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings on the board with 6, and we have 2 tornado warnings on the board. So hopefully everybody in these areas are staying safe today. And hopefully you guys have multiple ways to receive alerts. Aaron Rigsby got a really cool photo. If you guys can see my screen right now, he got a really good CG shot with this kind of nice structure. So hopefully the storm chasers are having fun out there, but also staying safe. So great picture there. Thank you, Aaron Rigsby. Back to radar. Again, we have these 2 tornado warnings on the board at this time. We do have a tornado ID marker of 69%. Again, no tornado on the ground, but this rotation is really starting to tighten up here. Just on the south side of Argo. Hopefully people are getting into shelters. This could come right into the south of New Era. I think Argo is going to be okay. As for the center of this, again, this is not on the ground, but this could drop one at any point. Could definitely drop one at any point. All right, so back to the radar here. Yeah, this rotation is definitely starting to look interesting here. We'll have to keep an eye on this very, very closely. All right, hold on, I'll be back 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, well, I'm going to be live here until 7:15 p.m. Eastern. I just want to do a quick live stream to kind of go over this severe weather today. Like I said, hope y'all are staying safe over there. Got some decent storms just here summer. I mean, a lot of these storms are going to really start to congeal overnight once that little jet kicks in. So we do have some reports here of some wind gust damage near northwest of Spring Hill, Marengo, in Alabama, rather. So we are starting to see some damage reports coming out here from these severe thunderstorms. Look, man, look at that hook right there. Wow, look at that. Yeah, if you're in Smithburg, Progress, you need to be keeping a close eye on this rotation that's starting to come together here. So hopefully everybody's staying safe in that area. All right, we're back here, guys. Sorry again. I am just watching these storms and hoping everybody is taking shelter. Like I said, this is going to be a dangerous situation, especially overnight. Oh, we got a new update here. Let's see what they're saying. It's going to remain in effect till 6:30 p.m. Keep producing a tornado near New Era, near Jonesville, moving east at 40. Tornado and golf ball size hail at this time. Man, look at that. Wow, look at that rotation just south of New Era. I hope people are staying safe over there. Uh, Definitely need to be taking shelter here soon, if you're not already. Uh, that's weird. Why is my radar not showing? Hold on, guys. Oh, there you go. Now it is. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. So, like I said, before we wrap here, I just want to say, hope everybody stays safe. Like I said, couldn't go live long tonight. Got some things I gotta do here. So, before I get going, I just want to let you guys know, please make sure I have multiple ways to receive alerts tonight. I might go live again a little bit later tonight. We'll see how things go. If not, then we'll send you off here at 7 o'clock. Hope everybody is staying safe here. So, Delhost, Acme. I mean, if you guys are in the area, you gotta be staying safe. Like I said, definitely seeing a couplet trying to get to act together and heading toward south of Deer Park here in Louisiana. And our other area we're looking at here is over by Tylertown, and that's going to be in Mississippi. So hopefully y'all are getting into your shelter soon if you are in that tornado warning. See if we have any more SVRs. I'm just going to read out the SVRs we have, guys, and then I'm just going to end it here because I want everybody to be informed. Again, we have this considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Bullock, Macon, Barber, and Russell counties till 7 p.m. near Franklin Field, moving east at 40, golf ball size hail, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We have this severe thunderstorm warning here in Mississippi. Going to be for northern Newton and Neshoba counties till 6:15 near Philadelphia, moving east at 50. 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts at this time. And then we have our tornado warning. We also have an SVR inside that tornado warning for Tangipahoa, Washington counties, Walthall, and Pike counties. Ping pong ball size hail and 6-mile-per-hour winds near Mount Herman. And finally, we have our severe thunderstorm warning here in our tornado warning for Concordia, Catahoula, and Adams counties and parishes near Lardo. 2-inch hail, and 60-mile-per-hour winds at this time. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, all I have to say is thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great night. We appreciate you all checking us out here on EWV. Again, my name is Rob Salso. Could be live later on tonight. Not too sure. We'll have to see how things go. Like I said, if you're in these areas, stay safe. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive alerts throughout the evening. I see they have issued a new tornado warning. It is still radar indicated at this time. This is going to be near Franklinton. So if you're in Franklinton, you need to be in your shelter. But appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us, staying safe. I know it was a shorter live stream than usual tonight. We do have some more severe weather on the way tonight, so could be live later on, could not. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Anyway, make sure you have your phone, your weather, radio, and other ways to receive alerts tonight. Again, I'll see y'all next time. My name is Rob, and Experience the Extreme with EWV here. Join our Discord. Check us out, Extreme Weather Videos. We do lots of posting there, lots of updates. And as always, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Take care.